Hi guys, I hope you're okay tonight. And as I have promised, I'm going to unbox my 3 fragrances from Estée Lauder, which I received yesterday. I'm telling you, I was so curious and impatient, but I promised. You see them? Here they are packed. So I'm going to start with the one which is called Desert Eden. And honestly, I am already acquainted, you see, with this fragrance. That's why I actually wanted to get it. And this fragrance was created by an amazing Anne Flippo. I have pretty, I would say, pretty good amount of her fragrances. So have a look. That's this amazing flacon. So and the composition says to have sandal, Turkish rose, and olibanum. So let's have a look. I'm really curious, though, you know, I have already heard this fragrance before. I'm very curious about it. So, wow, it's so beautiful. It's really very beautiful. So, sandalwood, a bit, but not fat, not very milky. It's rather soft, and you can hear its presence, but then it's already now changing with the rose. And the rose, I can tell you that the so-called Turkish rose, actually it's the variety of Damascena rose, which also is Arab rose, Taif rose, Bulgarian rose. It's the same type of rose from the family of Damascena roses. And it smells very good. And olibanum or frankincense, it brings to the composition some smoky, woody, resinous touch. So what I hear from this perfume, this scent, it's rather strong. It's not a typical rosy fragrance where you can hear a lot of rose, which is opulent and reminds you of some Bulgarian rose oil. No, the rose is dry petals on the hot sand and the smell of the petals under the sun. Very faint, but rather, you know, not faint. Faint is the wrong word. It's fragile, but it's present. So this rose is fragile, beautiful, like under the hot sun. But you know, Desert Eden. I think that Anne Flippo meant something like the rose in the scent of some desert burned by the hot sun. I like this fragrance very much. So I'm really happy to have obtained this 30 milliliter flacon. Yes, they are 30 mils. And I mean, it's beautiful. The bottle is beautiful. The magnetic cup is beautiful, the lid. So it's very nice. So it was desert rose, a desert Eden. You see, I want to call it rose because, of course, I can hear the presence of rose. But anyway, so the next one I will open is Tandelight. Tandelight, I also I got acquainted with this fragrance before. That's why I wanted to also get the full bottle. The creator is a beautiful Shamala Messenger, and yes, she states in her own interview, as a kid, she wanted to become an astronomer and to see worlds and planets, and she loves to travel. And this composition, she said, she was inspired by some Chinese summer palace which she wanted to visit, and therefore we have here something connected to China. It's Chinese tea on the top, bergamot in the heart, and iris from Florence, Florentine iris as a base. Very interesting, because iris is not very often you can meet in the base of the fragrance. So I'm in love with this fragrance. I can tell you why. It's, yes, it's tea, yes, it's bergamot, and yes, it's iris. I can tell you, I can hear them in this composition. Mm, and the thing is that it's normal also, normally tea with bergamot is rather typical smell. This is not. This smell is not typical. It's green tea, yes. I do not hear jasmine green tea because you know sometimes green tea is with a touch of a jasmine, and as well, of course, iris. It's not old-fashioned powdery iris. It's first of all, Iris Florentina is with white petals. It, as far as I remember, blossoms only in April, and it has more floral smell than some other ones. By the way, Iris Florentina is a type of Iris Germanica, but a bit different. I love it. It's beautiful. And it's, yes, it's powdery, it's green, it's fresh, it's a bit citrusy. You can wear it now, even in summer, because it is not suffocating you and it gives freshness, but it's so feminine, if I can say. I can imagine it, of course, on everybody, because as I have already said, and as I'm saying, I do not genderize perfumes. And I would just wanted to mention here that it's very fragile, very nice, very decent, maybe it would be the wrong word. And it's not quiet, it's present, but it's not abusive. It's very sophisticated. So Shamala Maison Dieu has created a wonderful fragrance, really. I'm looking forward actually to get acquainted with some of her other fragrances, because as far as I know, there are none in my collection yet. Maybe I'm mistaken, yeah. And the last one, I'm really curious about. Actually, I do not know this smell. I do not know this fragrance. I decided to buy it just having read the notes, which said Sichuan pepper, Madagascar vanilla, and leatherwood. So pepper always gives some freshness and spiciness to all fragrances. Of course, vanilla. I love vanilla. I love vanilla. And yes, I do love vanilla. In her or his, in vanilla's different performances. And I expect the smell to be a bit earthy, a bit smoky, very rich, and with a touch of sweetness. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. I'm really curious. So drums. Wow. Wow. Oh, it's so nice. Okay, so sometimes blind buys work. Not always, guys, so please be careful. You know, fragrances and skin and everything. Wow, this is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. And the perfumer is Dominique Ropion. Wow, it's fantastic. It's fantastic, really. Okay, I was right. It's spicy, sophisticated, smoky vanilla. I also can hear now pretty much leather notes, and the composition is very round, is I know, very well blended. It's not, nothing disturbs me here, nothing, nothing, nothing. You know, I mean, I have another vanilla in my huge vanilla collection. I mean, I have different perfumes, but vanilla can be, sometimes vanilla can be cheap, you know it, but sometimes vanilla can be very beautiful, very sophisticated, and very elegant. So this case of vanilla is the one which I really love. And this perfume, yeah, Dominique Ropion, I should check his creations. So these all perfumes were created in 2021. It's a last year's collection. And you see, from this collection, I have opted for 3 fragrances. And actually, at the beginning, I wanted to have a small sample set, but it's a discovery set, but it's not available anymore. And then I thought, okay, these two I tried, this one not. And I can tell you, if I now try to think about the order of the ones I really like more, I will have troubles, you know. Desert Eden, rosy, smoky, elegant, a bit oriental, not a heavy oriental smell, but it goes like to some Shahrazad fairy tales. This is beautiful. Infinite Sky. It's really beautiful. This is spicy, nice, leathery, elegant vanilla. And of course, Tender Light. Very beautiful fragrance. So I would like to tell you guys that I like three of them, all of them, and I'm very happy. And maybe in some other videos, if you want to know more, you can ask me. I can talk more about these fragrances, because of course there is a history behind every perfumer, behind every fragrance, and that's what exactly interesting for me. And I think that when you start to listen to the smell, you understand more if you know what the perfumer wanted to say. You know, of course, if you tell me, if you give me something and say, okay, this is that and that and beautiful, still, if it doesn't touch me, I don't think that I would wear this fragrance. But all these fragrances I can wear not even knowing much of a history behind them. And of course, I'm curious and I'm going to learn more. So my dear guys, at this point I don't know which fragrance I'm going to use tonight, because I'm going out. I'm hesitant, but I will have a look. And if you want to know something more about these three fragrances, please let me know. And meanwhile, I'm wishing you to have a nice evening. I kiss and hug you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. Ciao, guys.